Alright, so today we're going to convert customary units of weight.
Yay.
Customary units of weight are ounces, pounds, and tons.
Tons, yeah.
Okay?
What about quarts or whatever it's like?
Quarts are units of volume. Okay, so ounces. Ounces, pounds, and tons.
Units of weight. A newborn lion cub weighs about 5 pounds. How many ounces is this? Before we solve this problem, let's explore the concept of weight. Weight is a measure of how heavy an object is. Customary units of weight are ounce, pound, and ton. A slice of bread weighs about 1 ounce, and a tomato may weigh about 1 pound. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. A typical buffalo weighs about 1 ton, which is equal to about 2,000 pounds. Now, let's solve the problem. How many ounces does the lion cub weigh? We know the lion cub weighs 5 pounds. We need to convert this to ounces. Larger units, pounds, are being converted to smaller units, ounces. To convert a larger unit of weight to smaller units, multiply. Since 1 pound equals 16 ounces, multiply 5 by 16. 5 times 16 is 80. So, 5 pounds is equal to 80 ounces. A newborn lion weighs 80 ounces.
Okay, so our video pretty much sums up what our lesson is going to be today.
Units.
Okay, so how do you convert units of weight? Well, first of all, you need to know what measures of weight we are using. So we're going to be working with ounces, pounds, and tons. Okay? So we need to know what unit of weight we're actually working with. If it's ounce, and the way that ounce is abbreviated is OZ, pounds, LB, or tons, which will just be a T. Okay? And just like yesterday, we need to know if we're going to go from a small unit to a big unit, or a big unit to a small unit. Why do we need to know that?
So that you know either to multiply or divide.
So when do I multiply?
You multiply when it's the big to small.
If I go big to small, I multiply. So before I even start trying to figure out what am I going to do, I need to know if the unit is big, if I'm going big to small or small to big. So if I multiply when I go big to small, what do I do when I go small to big?
You divide.
Good. All right. So what I said I need to know before I even start my problems, we're going to convert these okay? So what do I need to know first? What's the first thing I need to know? Yeah, Jackson.
That 16 ounces equals a pound.
Before I even get there,
If you need to multiply.
how do I figure that out?
Oh.
Josie, how do I figure out if I'm going to multiply or divide? So what do I need to look at that's going to tell me that? So I need to look at the ounces and pounds, right? So, Josie, in this case, I'm going from pounds to ounces. I'm going from pounds to ounces. So what am I doing? I'm going big to small. What do I do when I go big to small? You multiply. So what am I going to multiply my 16 pounds by?
16?
I'm multiplying it by 16 because there's 16 ounces in a pound, right? So 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. 0, 6, 1. And then I'm adding these together. Remember, after I multiply my first digit, I need a place so this becomes 0 and I move it down, right? So 6 plus 0 is 6, that's 15.
50.
So 256. I have 256 ounces. What do you guys think? Is that right?
Yep.
All right, let's see. And it's right. Yay, I did something right. All right. Next one, I have 1.25 tons that I want to convert to pounds. What's the first thing I'm looking at, Capone?
Whether we multiply or divide,
How am I going to see that?
if it goes from bigger to smaller or smaller to bigger,
Okay, and what do I look at that tells me that?
the sign, the ton,
The ton and,
the pound,
okay, so I'm going from tons to pounds. So am I going big to small or small to big? So what am I going to do? So what am I going to multiply 1.25 by? By what?
The same number.
Not the same number. I have 1.25 tons. We know that. What am I going to multiply this by?
Pound.
By how many pounds? What am I going to multiply by?
1.
Thorough!
2,000.
I'm going to multiply by 2,000. So here's my zeros. There's my 2. I always put 2,000 on bottom even if it has more digits than 1.25. Anybody know why I do that?
Nope. Because the first number has a decimal.
No. Because I can just move all my zeros down and multiply it by 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 2 is 2. And then I count my decimal places. I have 2 there. So I just... So I have 2,500 once I move my decimal. So, let's see. There it is. 2,500. So next one, I'm going 408 ounces to pounds. So I'm going from... Yeah.
So, a point, this in 2,500 tons equals 5,000?
500.
500?
500 pounds. Because
So,
it's 1/4, right? So 1/4 of 2,000 is...
500.
Right.
So every ton is 2,000?
Yep. So next one, I'm going to go from ounces to pounds.
Ounces?
Ounces, are they small or big?
Small.
So I'm going from small to big. What do I do now?
Divide.
I divide.
You divide.
So we're going to take 408 and divide it by what?
16.
Good. 16 goes into 40 2 times. 32. That's 88. 16 goes into 88 5 times, which is 80. So I have a remainder of 8. Now,
25.
I put my remainder of 8 above my 16.
25.
So I have 25 and 8/16, which 8/16 is equal to,
1/2.
so I have 25 and 1/2
Or 0.5.
or 0.5, and you can see that right there. 25.5 or 25.5. Okay. Next one, we have 38.75 pounds, and we're going to convert this to ounces. So I'm going from pounds to ounces. So I'm going to go big to small or small to big?
Big to small.
Which means I?
Multiply.
So we're going to go 38.75 times what? 16. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 42 plus 3 is 45. 6 times 8 is 48 plus 4 is 52. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 5 is 23. Placeholder. Then all I have to do is 5, 7, 8, 3. Okay? And I add these. I have 0. 0, carry the 1. 0, carry the 1. 2, carry the 1. 6. I have 2 decimal places. 620 ounces. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to clear our annotations in our writing because this last one has a couple steps. And the last one we have ounces and we're going to tons. I don't know how many ounces are in a ton. But I do know how many what are in a ton.
Ounce.
And I know how many ounces are in a. So what's the first thing that I want to do here? Divide what?
Tons by ounces.
I want to convert my ounces to pounds.
Then to tons.
So I'm going to go from ounces to pounds and pounds to tons. So how do I convert 32,000 ounces to pounds? Am I going big to small or small to big?
Small to big.
Small to big. So what do you do when you go small to big? Rough. What am I going to divide 32,000 by?
2,000.
We're not going to tons, we're going to pounds.
16.
What am I going to divide this by?
16.
16. Now 16 goes into 32 2 times. That's 32. 0. Now, whenever you divide a number that's got all zeros behind it like this, and now we have a remainder 0, every time I bring a 0 down, I have to put a 0 up. So I get 2,000. So now I have 2,000 pounds that I'm going to convert to tons. So what do I divide 2,000 pounds by in order to figure out how many tons it is? By 2,000.
So it's 1.
So I have 2,000. Yeah, I really don't even need to show this, but we show our work. That's what we do, right?
Yep. Yes.
So 2,000 divided by 2,000 equals
1.
And 1 times 2,000 is 2,000. I subtract that. I have no remainder. So how many tons is it?
1.
1 ton.
That's a big amount. Big amount to just be 1 pound.
So, there you go. Oh well. All right. A wolf weighs 123.5 pounds and a dog weighs 56.25 pounds. How many more ounces does the wolf weigh than the dog? We're going to show the steps to solve. Okay. We're in pounds. They want us to show this in ounces. Now, we have 2 choices here. We can do 2 conversions and then subtract. So we can show our dog and convert that to ounces, and our wolf in ounces, and then subtract. Or we can subtract the pounds and then convert the pounds that are remaining into ounces. Which way do you guys think sounds better? Nobody knows? How about if we do this? We take the pounds, so 123.5, and we subtract 56.25. Now look, remember we have to line up our decimals, which means I need to add a place keeper, right? Okay.
5.
0. 10 minus 5 is 5. This is no longer 5, it's 4.
It's 2.
3 minus 6.
Can't do that.
So I take 1 from over here. 13 minus 6. 1 minus 5.
Can't do that.
So 11 minus 5.
6.
So now I have 67.25 pounds.
What that looks like?
How do I convert that to ounces?
Divide.
I'm going from big to small.
Multiply.
Right, because I'm going from pounds to ounces. So 67.25 times what?
16.
30. 12, 15. 42, 43. 36. 0. Placeholder. 5, 2, 7, 6. Adding it together. 0, 10, 6, 13, 10. 2 decimals. 1,036 what?
Ounces.
1,036 ounces.
What did it mean?
Okay.
It says 7 plus 3 plus 1.
What?
It says 7. Does it 7 plus 3 equals 10 plus 1 equals 11? How'd you get 6?
I have 6 plus 3 plus 1. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. This is 2. Plus 3 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry the 1. 3 plus 6 is 9. Plus the 1 is 10. Okay?
Yeah.
I know, my writing's sloppy on here. Alright. We're going to get our examples. This is the one that the video was on. Okay? So we're going to convert 5 pounds to ounces. They've already told us the first thing that we need to do is we're going to go from pounds to ounces, which means we're going from...
Small to big. Big to small.
We're not. We're going from... Pounds are bigger than ounces. So we're going from big to small, which means we multiply. So they already set up our problem for us over here. So 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 80. So, our lion cub weighs about 80 ounces, right? So a new lion cub weighs about 80 ounces. So now we use division to check because we multiply, just like we've done since the beginning of the year. 80 divided by 5 equals 16. All right, our next one. What's the first thing I'm looking at, Gage?
First thing you're looking at is if it's small to big or big to small.
And how do I tell that?
If it's pounds to ounces, so it's just big to small.
No, it's small to big. Ounces to pounds.
Are you looking at number 2?
Yeah.
Example number 2.
Right. Yeah. Small to big.
Ounces to pounds. Small to big. Which means I divide. So I have 56 ounces, and I'm going to divide that by what?
16.
16. They already set it up for us. So 16 goes into 56 how many times?
1. 3 times. 3 times.
4, 6.
4 times 16. Let's try that first.
Isn't that like
16 times 4, 24,
84.
64.
So
Is 64, can we put 64 up here?
no.
No, so it's not 4. What's it going to be?
3.
Yeah, it's going to be 3.
Why is it like
So 3 times 16. 3 times 6 is 18.
48.
That's 48. 6 minus 8. Can't do it. 16 minus 8. Oh no, my battery's going to die. That's right. We'll get through it. Okay, so I have 48, remainder 8. My remainder goes on top of the 16. So they put it over here, but really it goes over here. Because now I have 8 over 16, right?
Yeah.
So I have 3 and 8/16, which equals, right there it tells you, or 1/2. So 8, the remainder 8 means that there are 8 ounces left. So we put the 8 ounces over the amount of ounces that it takes to make a pound.
Eggs. Eggs.
I'm not sure exactly what I did. There we go.
There you go.
All right. So this equals 3 and 1/2. So 3 pounds, 8 ounces, or 3.5 pounds, or 3.5 pounds. All right. So we're going from pounds to ounces. So this is big. This is small. What do we do? Multiply. They already have it set up for us. 3 times 16 is?
48.
48. So it's 48 ounces. Next one, we're going from pounds to ounces. So pounds are, so we're going from big to small. Now this is tricky. We have 2 different ways we can do this. We can change this
To 2.5.
to 2.5 or, so let's do that way first. So we have 2.5 times what?
16.
So 6, that's 30, 12, 15.
2, 3. 400. I got 400.
0. It's not 400.
What?
I have 400 right now too. Here's the thing though. I have a decimal place here,
Oh yeah.
which means I need to have, so what is it? It's 40. Now, does anybody know a different way that I could have solved that?
Ooh, I know.
Sure, Jackson.
You can do the circle method.
Circle method. So change it to an improper fraction, right?
Yeah.
Which will give me 5 halves
Yep. And then put 16 over 1.
times 16 over 1.
And then you
And that's going to give me 80 over 2. This is nothing more than a division problem. So 80 divided by 2 equals 40, huh?
40.
Very good. Now, last one, we're going ounces to pounds. So are ounces big or small?
Small.
So I'm going small to big. What do I do when I go small to big? Uh-oh, I need to plug in. Okay.
Calm down.
So I need to divide, right?
So 38, 32.
So 32 divided by what?
16.
It already has a 2 there in the spot on the whiteboard.
Yep, you're good.
So this gives me 2. So 2 ounces. Now, this should not say ounces. This should say pounds.
In our book, it's yeah, it's on our
Yeah.
book. Look at the
All right.
It already has the 2.
Now, you guys need to complete all the way to The answers are on the internet. You can go home and look at them if you want. You will do to 21.
Come on, Mr. B. So let the viewers down.
If you do not show your work, what's going to happen to your answers? So, on that note, I need everybody to get out last night's homework so we can correct it. Is your homework out on your desk?